Cyrus, Braden, and Peter are making their way north to Tuktoyaktuk in the Northwest Territories. We on Team Prudhoe have just started up the famous, if not infamous, Dalton Highway. This puts all of us deep into the north of Alaska and the Yukon's vast interior, and the conditions are continuing to get worse. My crew is heading towards a small fuel station in Coldfoot. My top priority is making sure everyone, including passengers, are ready for this. So it's time for a quick driver's meeting. It's going to be slow going, patience, and if we start to get tired, we're going to have to rotate because one little mistake in here. I'm hoping that we reach Coldfoot tonight in a decent hour, though we are behind. So yeah, and then Ant, feeling pretty good. You've got a few days in.
Yeah, feeling good. Just a lot of concentration, eh?
It's a lot of concentration. Yeah, so we'll just manage our speeds. Yeah, keep the good distance. You've been doing great with that. I'll keep calling corners, and we'll just make our way up the road. My two other drivers are an Australian who is experiencing icy roads for the first time as we speak, and a 16-year-old who is young in his driving career. So an extra level of caution is needed here, and there's a lot on the line.
This is some of the worst roads
that you can have. Like, it's iced up. Here comes a semi. Iced up.
from rain. Then it's been snowed on. It's just like powder on top of
ice. It's as slick as it gets.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna hang quite a ways back.
Yeah. Good call. Semi coming down the corner.
Oh, he's coming in hot. Right on the corner rail.
Yeah, Oldbane's coming in hot, eh?
Yeah, man, they can roll, can't they? Semis might be the most dangerous thing we come across.
Yeah.
The ice road truckers.
Well, I think the name of the game here is just going to be slow as smooth, smooth as fast, because if we put a truck in the ditch, it'll take us forever to get it out. We don't have winches or anything, so we just got to be tactical with it.
XOVERLAND Spirit of Adventure Special is proudly presented by General Tire. Wherever you go, General Tire delivers. And sponsored by Mobile One for the love of driving. And Vertex, keeping us ahead of what's next.
Let's get a light on in here. All right, bring what?
Open up that window. It's 1 degree outside.
Ooh.
Oh, let's go. Okay, shut it. Shut it.
Crazy. The whole back wall is just ice.
So all of our sleep bags are pretty cold. On the bottom by the feet.
Time to get out.
I'm gonna go start the truck.
Okay.
And let's get moving.
Oh.
Looks like the same light as last night.
This valve on through here, shuttle.
No, but I can't even turn this one.
Well, truck started and the heater ran all night long, so that's some great news. We bought a booster in Whitehorse to boost the truck batteries in case the cold would kill them, but they stayed alive.
Went to twist this, and the little pin that goes right in here just snapped, so super cold. Oh, yeah, it's froze all the way back in the pipe.
That's what I was thinking.
Oh yeah, this whole pipe is all frozen.
It's kind of a crazy feeling coming from everything I just did, like a funeral of my best friend. It is a weird feeling to be halfway across the world again and heading up north on a trip, but I think there's nothing better that I could really do. As I'm remembering my friend who just passed, it's kind of a cool experience to be with Cyrus and Braden, who are also best friends. They're really close. They're traveling together.
We're officially on our own. I feel like I'm a little nervous, but also excited. Obviously, I won't be perfect. This is my first pretty much real adventure on my own.
This is my first time actually being away from home for more than a week, and we're on week 3, so definitely something new for me. Peter and Cy have been through this quite a bit, so they're really helping me through it and teaching me a lot throughout the way. I'm excited to see what's coming.
These young guns are targeting Eagle Plains by the end of the day. Daylight only lasts 8 hours right now, with deep winter just 1 month away. By late December, this region will be in full-time darkness.
My goodness.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
That's awesome.
That is a mighty, mighty river.
Back on the Alaska side, we are crossing the iconic Yukon River. Within a couple of weeks, the river could be fully iced, and this milepost is one of our sparse fuel stops along the 414-mile road to the top. Eli has taken it upon himself to sticker all the major points. Keeping his mind busy, Ryder has assigned himself as a fuelie and tops off the trucks.
Yeah, you ready to keep pushing the cold foot? It's gonna get dark soon.
Yes, I'm ready.
All right, let's roll.
Ooh, it's gonna be cold.
Fun fact, the Yukon River Bridge was the final piece in providing year-round overland transport to the far north. The remaining 360 miles of road from here to Prudhoe Bay took 154 feverish days to complete, including 20 bridges along the way. Back with the boys, who are trucking right along.
We're about an hour out from Eagle Plains, and we have just under a quarter tank. Also, the roads are starting to get pretty corrugated, so we're still running street pressures right now. I'm gonna drop them to about 30 pounds. I believe they're at 40. So that will depreciate our gas mileage a little bit more. So we're also gonna take the jerry can and top off.
Team Tuck is getting far enough north now that the trees are dwarfed, stunted by a narrow growing season. They look small, but are very old. Cyrus, Braden, and Peter have made it to Eagle Plains. From this point, it's crucial that they use every opportunity in each town along the way to top off on gas and groceries. But the boys can't stick around here for too long. Both teams have a crucial milestone to pass.
First time at the Arctic for Braden.
Yep.
This is my first time at the Arctic Circle while it's actually snowing and feels like the Arctic. Back in when we headed up to Prudhoe is July.
Never thought I'd do this, but here I am today. All right, well, let's keep heading to top.
The winter storm that has been hitting us in Alaska has finally made it to the guys in the Yukon. The conditions are definitely getting worse the further north both of our teams go. A few hours later, as fat snowflakes descend in the darkness, we too crossed the 66th parallel.
Well, that's a first. I've never been to the Arctic Circle in the dark before. And I've been here with Mom, then I came here with Cyrus, and then now I got to cross the Arctic Circle with you guys.
It's all done.
That's awesome. This is a special place to be.
Yeah.
So many people in the world never cross the Arctic Circle.
Yeah, it's a bit wild, eh? Mixed emotions, actually. It's amazing. I feel very far from home. I feel very far from my adventure buddy, my partner in crime. But I'm stoked. 5 years in the making. 6 years ago, we tried to get here, and I made it.
This is an incredible feeling. It's so satisfying to pass the torch to the boys, and I'm sure they'll all be here again, as will Ant.
So we just rolled in just a little bit past Coldfoot here. Looks like this little path is good. We're gonna make it home tonight, but when we rolled in, look at this. Grizzly tracks. And look at this stride. And here's step one. That's a big bear. so we gotta be smart. It is just powing right now. That storm is coming in for sure. But it's too late to worry about this too much. We need to just shut down and make a camp, and we'll make a lot of noise.
Today felt exhausting, and with this storm, I'm worried about the road ahead. I guess all we can do is keep rolling with the punches.
Our tent is frozen, sealed shut, so we can't get in. Because we didn't think about antifreezing the seals for the weather. That's my solution.
I think we're all having actually quite a bit of fun in the snow and the challenge of it all.
Got it!
It's always a big day to go from Fairbanks to Coldfoot, and we did that tonight, half of it in the dark and in the snow, all of it on bad roads. Guys did great. I think we're all gonna sleep tight tonight, that's for sure.
Meanwhile, the boys are boarding the ferry across the Peel River to hopefully get to Fort McPherson for the night.
This one's definitely quite a bit different than the other ones we took. Just a few cars can fit on this one and just stay in your vehicle while we cross the river, I guess. Oh, we're moving so fast.
Yeah. Before you can pay for a bridge somewhere like this is the most efficient way to do it.
Yeah.
One semi-truck, basically, a couple of cars, if there is a couple of cars coming.
Wow, we're already getting off.
Yeah.
I didn't realize.
It almost looks like it's towed by rope, just back and forth.
I think it is.
Yeah, look at that.
Here we go.
Thank you.
All right, so we're off the ferry and on our way. It's good to be across the river. I was worried we'd get there and they'd be shut down, but they were running that operation super fast. That was something they obviously do 24/7 pretty much. Before the ferry even really touched the ground, the guy was waving us on. We're on our way to Fort McPherson, where we're gonna top off if they have fuel. We're not even at half a tank yet, but it'd be good to get some fuel before our push to Inuvik and then to Tuktoyaktuk. But Cyrus has got a camp spooled up for us, about a half an hour, right, Si?
Yep, 30 minutes out.
It's been all day driving since 8 a.m. pretty much.
Tired.
Yeah.
A little extra for our heater tonight. We were able to motor at like 80 kilometers an hour, so it was just nice drive all day. A little corrugated, but not bad. And the fuel, at the beginning when I heard I had to go up to Tuck in this truck, the fuel was a big thing on my mind, not being able to make it, but so far no problem. And that's taken a lot of stress off, so it's awesome.
Mostly everything's been successful, and I'm just excited to get to Tuck. Maybe get some dinner rolling here shortly.
My dad says at approximately 7:15, the Prudhoe team reached the Arctic Circle. It was deemed good and a ration of chips was given. Such a Claycroft thing to say. I haven't had a mountain house in a long time.
First bite.
Chili Mac's the best with beef.
Lasagna with meat's good, but I like beef stroganoff the most.
Yep.
No.
That's the best.
Least favorite.
Him and Clay say it's terrible.
I know.
It's
Every
the
trip.
best one.
I might finish this inside.
Yeah.
It's cooling off by the second.
Both teams have made good progress, and we are now within a day's push of the finish line, give or take. Spirits are high, but before we go any further, we here at the Prudhoe team need to dig ourselves out.
Wow.
Can you save me?
One of the joys of fatherhood is having minions do your bidding when they feel like it. Kudos to Ryder for being able to step up and help me out on this one. I think I'll bring a strut clamp on the next winter trip. After that rude awakening, myself and the rest of the team, I think, are in need for some serious liquid motivation before we do anything else.
Doesn't matter how bad the weather gets or what's going on. As long as you have that, you're good. This is kind of like, in some ways, I don't know about worst case scenario, but it's not a good scenario. It went from, cold and everything's light and fluffy too. I mean, we've seen it in all our tents. Everything's just melting off, like it inverted or something.
Yeah.
Even kind of rainy, sleet, ice. Yeah.
I'm nervous for getting out of here because like the snow's gonna be heavy.
Yeah, this getting out right here is gonna be.
Yeah.
You all right?
You okay?
Yep. I've got my Burberrys on, but that is tragic. I just pulled a Troy Naki. Looks like we're having the espresso. Dang.
Well, I guess cold bagels and hard cream cheese it is.
Coffee would have gone real nice with this.
Sorry, guys.
Sure would've.
Well, I think we'll try to push as far as Adigan Pass. That's supposed to be the worst part on the road. And then just make camp somewhere there, and then tomorrow make a final push to Prudhoe.
Fueled by our lackluster breakfast, it's time to get out of here and get on the road.
Alrighty, boys. Let's set our trucks up to be in the right configuration here real quick. I think we're gonna need 4 low to get out of here. So I'm gonna try and make this kind of out in one shot. Once I have momentum, I don't let off. I stay in it until I get to where I need to go. Nice job, nice job.
Earlier this morning, while we were waking up, buried in snow, the Tuktoyaktuk boys were greeted by a stunning Arctic sunrise and did some quick fixes of their own.
Before we make breakfast, I wanted to try to see if we could fix our water situation because it's just not that good. So the tap out here is broken, but in the alu cab in here is a water line, which I was just thinking there's a secondary valve you turn to turn it on, and then this one which you turn on. If it is frozen, this won't work, but if not, cut the line just ahead of the other first valve. This is what I'm talking about. So there's a second valve. It looks like we could have thawed good water. And we do. That'll make it easier on Braden for cooking, and I think for all of us with having accessible fresh water that doesn't cost like $15 per bottle. So now we can cook without worrying, and we've got drinking water all the way up and back from Tuck. That's good. I'm sorry, Tanner, for cutting your creation here, but we already broke the handle off the outside one, so it wasn't gonna work anyway.
Today's an exciting day. We have 4.5 hours to Tuck, so that's super exciting.
Maybe today will be the day we jump in the Arctic, so I guess we'll see. What are you thinking about that?
Not very excited about that part. I've already done it. Why do I have to do it again?
You haven't done it there, though. In Tuck. So it's different.
It's not different. It's the same water.
But it's different. Different locations.
It's like not far.
Different time zones. It's like kind of more winter now. Last time you did it, it wasn't.
So it's even worse.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
The boys are seemingly in high spirits and making great progress. If they can catch their next ferry across the McKenzie River, they could make it to Tuck today.
Well, gents, I was just telling Eli here, enjoy it. Here we are, awesome trucks, above the Arctic Circle, in the winter wonderland, being able to cruise in 4-wheel drive. This is pretty special.
This is the Brooks Range, which we will follow all the way up through Adigan Pass. They're always a sight to behold, one of my favorites, especially Mount Sukapek. It looks down on you like a stone giant as you pass.
I think of all the travels, this is still one of my favorite mountains. There's just something about this presence, wouldn't you say?
Yep, that is
Straight up magic.
Everything else is kind of rolly and, soft, and then there's this jagged mountain that just sticks out. It's awesome. It's powerful.
Does look like something out of Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever thought about getting into mountaineering and stuff?
No, but this is now putting on the thought.
The ability to go climb that?
Leaves an impression, yeah.
You'd say this journey has peaked.
would you say so?
Eli's not impressed with that joke.
I loved it.
It's all downhill from here.
Oh my!
I think from this scale, it's impossible to see how big that is, but I'll bet that is humongous.
For those curious, Sukak Pack sits at 4,459 feet high. And yes, it is a doable scramble up, approaching from the south in the summer. In the winter, there are two major ice routes, Claim Jumper and Wright Falls. I think it's safe to say the boys might have ambitions for this incredible peak in the future. We continue to make good progress and are now approaching the base of Adigan Pass, the crux of our final leg.
Ryder, have you found where we are on the map?
Oh, I got distracted by the sourdough cocktail. But yeah, I'm looking at the table of contents and figuring it out.
What do you mean, the sourdough cocktail?
Or the sourdough cocktail.
How did that come up?
There's 3 pieces of paper, and you signed it that you drunk the sourdough cocktail, and you can handle almost or anything now in the world.
Those papers are in that map?
Yes. It's
like an old.
Those papers have been in there since 2013, and yeah, I did partake and drink the sourdough cocktail in Dawson City, Yukon.
What is the sourdough cocktail?
The sourdough cocktail came from a captain that lost his big toe. Not really sure how, but it was frostbitten and was amputated and thrown into a jar of salt. And if you want to join the sourdough cocktail club, you've got to put that amputated toe in a cocktail. Drink the cocktail till the toe touches your lips. It's black and really salty and mummified.
Oh, that sounds grim.
Back in the Northwest Territories, the boys are crossing a critical point.
Just made it to the Mackenzie River crossing. It's good to see it's not frozen. We talked to a local guy, he said it shouldn't be frozen for about another 2 to 3 weeks, so it should be good to make it back as well. This river is massive. I didn't think it was going to be this big.
All right, he's waving you.
This river is crucial to the big picture of the trip. If the boys don't make it back across this river in time, they could be stuck up here for, 6 weeks, waiting for the ice road to form on the river.
Pick up and go. Yeah.
It's moments like these that make you realize how far in the middle of nowhere you really are. And I love that.
Touchdown. They wave you out? Yeah.
Yep.
We'll just cross the Mackenzie, guys.
Yep.
After passing through Inuvik, the boys are in the last several kilometers before they reach their ultimate destination. They'll reach Tuk sometime this afternoon, and I'm so proud of Cyrus and the guys for getting themselves there successfully. I'm even proud that they beat us to the end of their road by a full day.
Can't believe we're already all the way up to the top. Seemed like we had so far just the other day and now a while back, and now we're just all of a sudden we're already all the way up here.
This is a crazy town. Tons of tiny little houses, everything on stilts, just like in Inuvik. And it's so rugged, there is nothing else ahead of us except for the literal Arctic archipelago.
It's barely thawed right there.
Yeah. You can walk out to that if you want to, Brayden.
Skip.
End of the road is coming up. The last one we were at, Cyrus, was Cape Agulhas in South Africa.
Yeah.
Very end, southern tip of the continent of Africa.
We have came a long, long, long way. Thousands of miles of driving.
It seems like we were just in Montana. And now we're just all the way up here.
It's crazy. Time can feel slow when traveling, but it also goes by, you blink and then your trip's basically over, which it is for us. It's just huge ice chunks right up to the shore here. It's pretty cool. Looks like I don't have to get in. I just touch the ice and that's good.
Oh, there's a little open water right there. Maybe you should go in that.
No, I'm good.
At the start, we didn't know we'd be here. We thought we'd be in
Prudhoe Bay, which
we're here
cool
now, I guess.
Yeah.
So
came a long way. It's awesome.
Yep.
I'm just thinking, I wonder what the other guys are, where they're at right now. Hopefully they made it okay.
With still another day's travel ahead in an ongoing storm, we continue to make decent progress and are now approaching the base of Adigan Pass, the final mountain pass as we approach the Beaufort Sea. We hope to reach Prudhoe Bay by tomorrow, but a simple slide off the road here could be the end of our side of the expedition. All we can do is grip the steering wheel and stay focused. And we'll see you here next time for the finale of the Spirit of Adventure.